Part 1 and 2, those are factual information, is that right? You report the problem, you try to connect the problem. Of course, the reported problem will not tell you from the newspaper is a scope issue, but sometimes the budget part they will explain. This part exploded the budget, like the YOG example. And some they say the quality problem, defects, so you can connect. Now, for part 3 and 4, this is where your group must be very clear. You are now given, so all this is to report your project problems. So part 3 and 4 is given a chance to start the project anew. Means you have a chance, your team has now been given the task. You go back in time, you start this project. How would you do it differently? Of course, obviously the problem arises because part 3, their matrix is not balanced. So part 3, your priority matrix is for you to recommend a balanced matrix. That is what you need to do. So same like what you are going to do for the individual assignment. You're supposed to present a matrix that is balanced. And of course at the right side, there should be justification. Next week I'm going to reinforce again. Now what about part 4? Part 4 is you need to give recommendation based on project life cycle, how your team could have managed the project successfully. So again, go back to the project life cycle on page 24. Now this is ideally what a project life cycle should entail, 4 stages. You need to look at each of the 4 stages and just choose 1 or 2 items that you want to focus. So for example, if you talk about all this, you have no time. The presentation is too long. But ideally, if you go to restart the project, all this should be followed, right? But because of the time and the amount of workload, I just need each group, when you look at plan defining, tell me, among the 4, you choose 1 or 2 areas that you want to really zoom in. You say that if we're going to start this project once again, we must make sure our specifications are clearly defined. And the responsibilities, or the task and the responsibility must also be well defined task, responsibility well allocated using a responsibility chart and all that. And of course for planning, maybe you want to talk a little bit about risk management as an example, what we have learned today. Then execution, I think the status report is important. Every month we must have status report. We must do some quality checks. And then lastly, closure, choose 1 or 2 to cover. So essentially the part number 4 is for you to demonstrate some basic understanding of the whole project life cycle, picking up 1 or 2 items that you say that should be an area to focus if you're going to start the same project again. Because all this will help you to ensure what? Success or failure? Success. Because that project has failed. Now your team given a chance. Imagine you're going to start all over again. Present a balanced matrix. Present a project life cycle, of course with selected areas, just to manage the time.
So for this portion, right, defining, planning, execution and closure, right, you need 1 for each or just a total of 2 points?
No, each one element, each of the element, you should pick up 1 or 2 points.
Okay.
So maybe you want to choose on task and responsibility. This one maybe you want to choose on risk management. This one you choose 1 or 2, and this one another 1 or 2. Because if you look at the breakdown of the slides, total, the number of slides can be equate to the percentage. Right, so here, your project life cycle, how many slides? 4 slides. So each of the phases define 1 slide. Then your planning, 1 slide. Recommended execution, 1 slide. Closure, 1 slide. Okay? So total how many slides? Total how many slides?
10.
Down here is 10, but I need you to have 12 slides. Okay, this is number of slides. This is 1 slide for introduction. Now 2 slides for problems, because the first slide of the problem is just to give the overview. This project had this few background information, and from the background information you zoom to the next slide. These are the problems. So first slide of your project problem is to roughly give an outline. What is the reported problem? And then second slide, zoom into either of this. Matrix, 2 slides, similar to what you've seen in the individual assignment. You have the table, and then you have the explanation. Now here, 4 slides. Conclusion, 1 slide. What do you write for conclusion? Generally, is to sum up that given the problems that we have reported of this project, and based on our team's recommendation in part 3 and 4, ideally the project should have a higher chance of success. Okay. Now there are 2 more slides that I need you to do. Number 1 more slide plus 1 is the cover page with all your names of your member. The name of your members. All your members. Then of course plus the last slide at the end is where you got to put in your references. Okay?
Presentation or your references?
Yeah, references. References, no need citation because it's a PowerPoint, right? References is where did you get the information about the... Yeah, just show me the references. No need citation because it's a PowerPoint presentation. But for example, you get this news article from Straits Times reporting about the project problem. That is where you use the reference list to show that you have taken this from here. And of course the company, if there's a company website, use the company website as a reference. But there's no need for in-text citation. Then those students who want to show the graph of the project life cycle actually is optional. Then those students will have 5 slides actually under the life cycle. Because the first slide of the section 4, they want to show the graph or the 4 mountains. But there's no meaning, but they just wanted to show it, then you must have a reference. Okay? So that's about the preparation that I can provide guidance. Next week I'll squeeze in time to talk to you about the arrangement, the sequence, who to do the presentation and all that. I'll cover that next week. Has all the groups submitted your name list to me yet? If you have submitted well in group,